Hello, hello, my crafty friends. I'm just a little early to handle the tech side of things. Takes me a little bit to find myself and a few other craziness. Oh, there's one. I have a messy desk. Let's see, concentrating on this. I wish I could like make this lock in and never have to redo this, but it is what it is. Still haven't shown up here. My hello. Okay, so at least one is found. There we go. Okay, 2 is on now. But I do like to have this tip just a little bit more down. There you go. A little bit. Has anybody joined yet? Can't tell if I'm making this worse or better. Whoops. It's worse. Trying to be straight. Not doing the best job of straight here. There we go. A little bit better. Hey, Di. How are you? Thinking about you a lot. Oh my goodness. This is really out of whack. I know it's a tough period of time for you. I hope I don't make you seasick. Somehow I really whacked this. All right, that's as good as it's going to get today. I am going to be working with the beautiful blues kit. Hi, Regina. Welcome, welcome. So how you been, Di? I'm going to put this aside. I found these blue gems in my things. So we did these cards. We made just the simple cards and gave those away. And then I made some more cards. I think I showed on the other one, but I'll go grab them really quick because I want to show you. This has so pretty, and there's so many things you can do with it. I was kind of pleasantly surprised when I cut the cards. This is one where I actually was like, I cut the cards in half because they were so pretty. And here are some other ones that I did. Made an easel card with one of those. This is just a simple card with the card front. Lifts up. a little shimmer on the roses. So I found these and I think those are going to be really pretty. I do not know which kit these came out of, but they came out of some kit. Hi, Dina. So there's one. Here's another one I made. Again, cut the card in half and created this. I have the foam tape or dimensionals without taking off the sticky so that it has the same lift on both sides. And here's another one. And you can see they're not hugely different. And because I did gold on the ribbon, that ribbon with the sequin, pretty ribbon, I chose to put these other embellishments on here. So there's just some variations. Plus, I got kind of stumped on this blue that I feel like doesn't match very well. So I embossed it with the On Sailing Away or Sunset, what do they call this? Sunrise Sailing. They call this Sunrise Sailing. So I embossed the card fronts and then I cut out another sailboat, actually 2 each, 1 white, 1 brown, and trimmed off the sails. So this is another idea that I don't know that we'll get to this, but if we get to this one, that's great. You know, here's one that says you're destined for great things, wishing you comfort, sending love. So blue is very versatile, you guys, and you have a lot of options, and we're going to make 3 today if we can get through it. Haha. We'll see. And you know what's really bad is that I spent my time cleaning up everything, and I don't know that I have stamps out here, but we'll see. Those are card insides, and here's some ribbons I found that worked. Here's a card. Kind of done some of the work ahead of time. Some of the cutting ahead of time. This is the inside of our card. I'm going to grab my mat for this. And I'm going to take one of the strips I had from cutting the card and put a little bit of adhesive on this. I wasn't going to get another one of these kits because, you know, they're, you know, new one, then their next one comes out and the next one comes out. Right? So I was going to be like, next kit will come out, but then somebody made this amazing layout with this, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. First I have to do my paper pumpkin though, because we have paper. Well, we have the Stamp It Your Way party on Saturday in the morning, your afternoon, my morning. And then we have paper pumpkin on Wednesday. So I got to create my alternatives. All right, so we have this. Okay. I'm going to put this backing down, and I've used Night of Navy or something like that, aka Navy, aka Sapphire. Oops, got that on back up. Got carried away there. And I do like things to be matted the way they need to be. Hello, Bernice. So today is Thursday. How has everybody's day been? So I took some pieces of this. There were 1 per card, but I put them on top of each other. Glued them down. I'm going to take this. Okay. And I'm going to take a look at, I have these short dimensionals, actually. I really like this ribbon on this. This is the itty bitties, and these are on the wrong ends. My pet peeve. Okay, I could have conserved a little bit more, but I'm using my non-stick scissors to keep this. And I've been having trouble putting this on straight. Like, I think I'm doing it straight, and then I flip it over and it's not so straight. Most annoying. Okay. It looks pretty straight. Has everybody had a decent week, maybe? It's been a little crazy here. Getting the car stuff sorted out, so we'll start looking for something here. Got a couple possibilities. Okay. I do just think that little bit of lift is so cool with this card. And then there's a natural V for the point, and I'm going to use some dimensionals here. It will stick down better. But the sky is really your, limit here. Yes, if you have a limit. And then these cute little bugger. Now I have still some thin 3D foam tape stashed around here somewhere. Oh, you took Tuesday off? Oh, lovely. We were just actually talking about what we were going to do because it is a 3-day weekend. I don't really take it off. It is a gorgeous blue. This blue is really, really, really pretty. And then you have this one card that was this more like blueberry. And the intent was for it to have the overlay on it. But by itself, it wasn't working so good. So I had to come up with the sailboat. Which didn't hurt my feelings because I really wanted to play with that anyway. And yes, this ribbon, I think it's still for sale because it was in one of the ones from last year, but I have a really hard time keeping straight when stuff was released. Okay, so we have that on here. And I found, no, not these ones. The ones that have like a little ribbon in here. And I just think they're so pretty. I'm just using stuff that was in my stash. I didn't buy anything extra or new. I made the rest of my paper flowers. Those turned out really cute. And I really like the way this kind of gold showed up on here. So there's a card. Super fun and simple. Sending hugs can be, I'm thinking of you, could be a lot of different things. So you have some real room for making it what you want it to be. And the sentiment comes out of the ephemera sentiment package, which I absolutely love. Okay. Now I was looking and looking and looking for a blue that I thought would work with this. And I ended up finding that the retired, is it boho blue? I felt really matched these blues. So if you have any boho blue hanging out like I do, then this would be a good one for you to do. CAT scan. That was your week this week, Di? We have to get an MRI on Sarah Grace's knee. Okay. Now, make another easel card. So I cheat for easel cards, just so you know. Take this, as this also works for your Z fold cards. It does look better when you actually score, but I'm not gonna do that. All right, so you put that on here and it'll lay flat, but then when you put it up, it'll come up like this. I'm gonna put my card front. Ooh, that was a busy week, Di. I thought my week was crazy. And this has like that 1/8 of an inch. So the edge around this is like 1/16. Not my usual measurement, because I hate cutting 16ths. Still feel like I'm a little bit off on this. Feel like I need to trim this a little bit up. Ooh, did I get any answers yet, Di? I wonder where Connie, oh, you know what? I bet Connie is absolutely swamped at work, because this is the Memorial Day weekend, which is, you know, for pool people, pretty insane. You know what? We're just going to make a normal 5-inch. When all else fails, change the measurement by 3.75. And tape on here definitely makes things interesting. All right. What is it? Di gave me a shirt a long time ago that said, if you don't behave, I'll cut you out of the picture. So when you don't behave, I'll cut you off the card. All right, that's better. So I went back to using that 1/4 inch, which gives you a nice... Now, the key thing about making an easel card is to make sure you don't glue the whole silly thing down. I've never done that. Did I put a sentiment in here? Yes, I did. You are in my thoughts. Now, that kind of gets lost on there, guys. So we're going to do, that'll make a great inside for my easel. But I think I want to be able to say like hello or something of that sort. And because I have done such a great job, you guys, cleaning up things and putting things away. I have hugs. This is the one from Inked, what is it, you guys? Inked Occasions? Oh, my Night of Navy. Okay, I'm going to do something on the inside with that boho blue. I always keep my ink pads. I don't know about you guys, but all right. Now, I really like this Hugs. This is a kit. This is the Beautiful Blues kit, Bernice, and I've gone nuts because I just like saw so much stuff that could be included in this. Okay, so you can glue this down all the way across. Stop, don't put any more adhesive on. Come up here, and put adhesive in, you know, give yourself the space on either side of that, so that, because you know it's not going to go end to end. Center the whole thing down like it would be on a card front. And then you have the beginning of your easel card. Maybe you could get some magnesium to take. I don't know what I'm talking about, but maybe. I'm going to add, I have these little lapels that I got from Close to My Heart. I'm going to just add, because when you lift the easel up, you lose the blue frame, the Night of Navy frame. So I'm just going to add a little framing on here. And that's how I'm going to pull that Night of Navy framing back into this. And Bernice, to grab this for you. Here it is, the beautiful kit, beautiful blues. And I thought that they might have the number on here for me, but they do not. That kind of surprises me that they don't have the number on here. Go figure. So opening this piece up here, we are going to put this sentiment down, but we're going to 3D foam tape it so that it will pop up. And to pull in that boho blue, you could use Misty Moonlight if you don't have boho blue. I just felt like the blue was a little bit closer, and heaven knows I've got paper to use up. And I'm going to open this up, and from the Beautiful Blues kit, this is the stamp set that's with the kit right here, so you can see that. Always has a useful little, it's not a bush, guys, branch. And where's my, so to get this to stand up decently, I'm gonna be doing this in pencil. This is just so that I have sort of a frame of reference, because I'm going to take this off of there if I can do this without killing the cute little leaves, because I had a different idea of what I was going to do with this when I was designing the card in my head, but this cannot this cannot be 3D foamed, because this easel will end up catching those and really just make a mess out of them, and we don't want that. And then I am going to add to the bottom of this. Not quite perfect. And make this, I need to try out I got a stamp presser thing for bigger stamps, so maybe I won't make such a mess out of them. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on these little cutie patooties, because they're on the inside of the card, and I'm really afraid that the easel is going to catch them. So I just want to make sure I kind of have them locked down and don't break them up like I just did here. But we'll come back to that in a second. This is, of course, going to stick down onto here because I have adhesive on that side. And we're going to put this in here. There you go. So I pulled in that blue because I think it really needs to be there. And we're not going to worry about that little piece because you can't notice it. Then I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to add 3D foam tape onto this because that will give the easel the way to stay up. Oh, that's really sad, die. Crafting is your mental health. At least it is for me. And there we go. So you're in my thoughts. It just says hugs. You're in my thoughts. And then there's the easel setup. And you know, this stamp pulls in that paper that I chose to use. And then I'll go back to my pretties. This is kind of a bouquet. I'm going to create a little tiny bow here. And add a little bow, and I'm going to use my silvery dots. I lost my blues. You know, I found that blue one that came from another kit that I was like, ooh, those would be cute on this. And of course, 10 seconds later on my desk, they're gone. Yeah, you love this card? Yeah, I do too. I thought it was really cute. And I'm just going to put this on like it's tying off the flowers. This will need a small glue dot. You don't want anything big. You know what? I'm probably going to power wash them. Maybe do a little car hunting, but I'm probably going to power wash it. I know, I got a power washer for Mom's Day, which I know is kind of silly, but I really wanted it. Those scissors do not do this well. And I'm just adding on some really cute little pretties here. And then we'll go to the next one. And that draws your attention, and I'm going to okay. So there you go, guys. Oh, it actually even put that down, caught that. So it stands back a little bit, and I still think it looks really good. And because I can, and, oh, one needs to remove the, in this case, my where's my white eraser? These really good white erasers for lifting off things that will not smudge or smear. But there we go. But my mark helps me line it up. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, Dai. All right, so here we go on our last card here, which is going to be this card. And I've done some of the pre-cutting ahead of time. You see, guys, I went nuts. And again, this is the difference between, nope, I did use boho on this. I'm telling you, sometimes you play with things and it just doesn't look right. And as I stop myself, this doesn't look right. All right, need to put my little pieces on here, make sure I have them sort of straight. I tend to put my outside pieces on before I put my inside pieces on. And that way I'm able to get that center centered, if that makes any sense. That's centered between the two pieces, because it's just not about, you know, I'm creating a panel, if you will. I'm running out of adhesive. Oops, that's my vellum adhesive. I was playing with vellum, so I have all sorts of crazy stuff going on in here. I don't know if you guys have seen the washi tape, but it's really, really cool. Washi tape and the totes are next. And this is something that you will see show up, this washi tape. So there is a die cut that cuts all those out. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And it has two different sets of flowers, if you will. It's got kind of these pink purpley ones and these smoothie orange ones. Now again, I need to come across the front and actually make sure I'm even Steven. I just have had really a hard time with making my ribbon not be crooked. Oh, thank you, Di. I really appreciate you guys sharing this out on your feed, because it does attract other people and changes the crazy algorithm that, you know, Facebook loves to do. I'm going to put another glue dot on this. It's not staying down very well. Now I picked this stuff up, this ribbon up off a clearance, in case anybody's interested. And this Night of Navy really, really sets off the background on this card. All right, now somewhere in here there was a title, so let's see if I start picking stuff up if the title shows up. Got to have the inside of your card here. And then we're going to give these 3 cards away. I do have to take pictures of them though. Guys. Oh, so that washi tape cuts out those flowers. Right there. I put the washi tape onto cardstock, white cardstock. Huh. Alright. Well, that's not very fair that that is not around here. So this ephemera pack, I really like it. And I have like a bunch of this stuff in here. Okay, it's not like, no, you gotta have something that's gonna look good on. That doesn't look good. Can't be a Father's Day. I put ribbon on it. I guess it could be a, I really like these black. It could be a nice Happy New Year's. Not Christmas. But these ephemera packs are really nice. The problem is I need them to all be like, there's one, thinking of you. Yep. I need them to be like a lot of them. Of thinking of you, hello, you know, all that fun stuff. These are the little bitty dimensionals. And so this is a little bit simpler card. I tried to tie bows, like tying it around and trying to tie bows, and it did not look really good. So we're going to try this technique of, you know, wrap it and then glue it down and then add a bow independently so that you can make it look right, because they get all twisted up for me. I think that we've had the conversation for a number of us struggle with bows. The struggle is real. So does anybody have big plans for the weekend? I know it's Memorial Day, you know, a day where we remember all the people that have given up their life, the ultimate sacrifice, right? There we go. And then I'm going to add some of my pretty little silver, because this doesn't look like it should be gold to me. Looks like it should be this pretty silver sequins, or not sequins, but dots. These are still available. They have like a little ribbon thing in the back of it, so it's kind of cute. All right, guys, there we go. Your hands shake too much to make a pretty bow. Well, I don't know what my excuse is. I don't really have a good excuse. All right, guys, so we have our easel card. We have our sending hugs. This is also a hugs card. Thinking of you and congratulations. I have 3 numbers over here and an open ink pad, which means disaster. So let me get this out of the way. Oh my goodness, you guys, this does not want to, and I always end up wearing my ink. And I know some of you guys are like really smashingly good. Okay, what I got? Ooh, 26 from Bernice. You have a wedding anniversary. That's beautiful, Regina. Congratulations. You're gonna go to Tina's house. That's awesome. 21 from Di, 19 from Dina, 18 from Regina. You are right on the money, my friend Regina. You know what I'm gonna do, because I do better getting these cards out of here to the right people if I do this from the get-go. So Regina, do you know which one that you want? Is that everybody that's on right now? Okay, Bernice, you are a winner. And I have a much lower number for other people that might want to try and get another one. So go low. How many years, Regina? We hit 25 married and 27 together this year. I told him that I think I've known him, I have been with him for half my life. Di, that's you. You hit it right on the money. You hit it right on the money, girlfriend. So Regina and Di, you guys get to pick your cards. Di, of course, I'm just going to throw this into your stash that keeps growing. I got to empty out a bunch of parts like this for you. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you love this beautiful blues kit if you go to kits on my website, it'll show up there. It's the new release ones for this month. And I am getting another one just so I can make a scrapbook layout that I saw somebody do. And obviously I don't have trouble making cards from it. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And I will not see you on Monday because I'll take the day off. I'll probably show up on Tuesday. Have a great one.